evening. I'm Bob Clark. The executive producer of this series suggested that after so many months, he was convinced we still hadn't captured the essence of all that takes place at CINEKYD. I'd like you to take a look at these scenes. Here you see the boys and girls of CINEKYD Enterprises at work day-night. Young people in grades 7 through 12 come to us from 28 different communities throughout the Bucks, Montgomery, and Philadelphia counties. They are a part of the wonderful world of we are, at one and the same time, engaged in the production of this very special television series, an equally popular radio series, variety of work on miniatures for our summer film of 1981, and we are training boys and girls to be disc jockeys on the air. There are other individual projects in the graphics, a world of enterprise 80s. They're all part of the action at CINEKYD, and tonight, they're what we'll be featuring here on CINEKYD Theater. Number 1. Start graphic. Number 2. Okay, ready for graphic. Number 1 for the graphic. And number 3. Good evening. I'm Bob Clark, the Executive Director of CINEKYD Enterprises. I'm pleased that you could be with us for this week's edition of CINEKYD Theater, prepared by the boys and girls of our organization in cooperation with our friends at Comcast Cablevision. Before we present some dramatic entertainment, we'd like to continue to provide you with an opportunity to see just what goes on at CINEKYD and how our television series, how our motion pictures, how our radio programs are created on our campus at 129 Turwood Road. So let's go down the list again. Off the top of your head, you will do the following. Call letters and the number of the radio station. The time. Intro the record. Fade in the record. 15, 20 seconds at most. We all know what the music sounds like. We're not really that interested in that. It's them. Fade out the music and come back with an announcement, which can be, you can do a teaser, a little ad about a program coming up. You can do a full-size commercial. Having done that, having had your day in the sun, then I want you to wrap it. And everybody wraps it with, that's the closing for every special announcement. Okay? We're part of the show. But we all must understand.
The art! Listen, Drew. Better, but it's like instead of the feeling of it's not like you're hearing elephants on the inside. Kind of. Turn the projector. Just leave it in, but okay.
Children. Good day, Sister Thomas. This is my grandson, Conrad. Good day. And this is Socrates.
Hello, Sister Thomas. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm Sister Thelma Ansley, and these are my dear, darling children. Good day, Sister.
Shut up.
This is my
Do you know what it takes to run one of these homes?
You may be right, sister. There may be no danger. But while you're busy hoarding your pennies, my friend and I are busy guarding our millions. You, Jason. Come here, Daddy. follow them. I want to know their exact whereabouts and what they are doing.
If you are, while you're cracking your knuckles, you know, you can look down if you realize you're off. Give one of the kids a look and move up.
Maybe no danger. But when you're busy hoarding your pennies, my friend and I are guarding our millions. And those from this little incident.
Great. Cut. Great.
Pull the thing up first.
Great. All right, I hope we're going for another one. Because
Okay.
John, I keep moving George up, and every time I move George up, you move up with him. If George is going to be here, if you have to, be like this next to him. So that way you don't have to go like this. That way we get more of you.
The face was all right. He was doing pretty good.
All right.
I'll tell you what the problem was, John.
There's this.
Come here, Chris. Where are you? Come here, Malcolm. Okay. Now you were holding him here. Hold him like you were holding him. Step up here, Okay. Now you were here, which meant that literally I had no shot. In other words, camera 1 was blocked because you were in that shot. Camera 2 couldn't see him. Okay, I really had nothing to go with. What you might do, your position was, where were you before?
He wasn't
Give
there.
me your mark. All right. Why don't you just let Malcolm hold him, grab him, and move him further up?
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, but more.
Well, wait a minute. George was there that scene. And
You told me I was supposed to stand.
yeah.
Right here. Well, then Jordan moved up further. When you grab him,
Yeah, but no.
camera 1 over here, I want to see you. Okay? Direct him around however you have to do it. Move yourself and him around so you're around where you are. Because I just had nothing. I couldn't see what he was doing. Hollering at. Yeah, or even physically step forward if you have to. You actually physically step forward. Yeah, you struggle with it. That was the only real problem. Everything else was good. Your face was, you know, a lot better shot. Much better.
Well, she's in space right now, but any of the others are welcome. As my grandson will tell you, and Socrates will have done, it's my way or no way. And if you can accommodate me, I suppose I'll have to go elsewhere. Good day. Oh, wait a second.
You're like this, George. All I'm picking up is John's. Gotta be like that. Aha! And then you continue. Alright? I'll catch you. And you stop here. Because they're gonna come right up, take you out. You know, you're not even stand here. Because if you were to stand here so long, I think you would collapse. That's how long you've been in base. That's how long you've been without. Alright? Let's go.
She looks sickly. She'll be all right. Well, I believe we'll begin the workday right now. Conrad, Socrates, as I said, it's my way or no way. Good. Wait. Good day. Good day.
Good day.
We could great.
And when you bring the keys, like this. You know, it's, where can I put them together? Make sure you kind of get them over as far as possible. All right. How about it, Mr. Abbott?
Oh yeah, let's go for take on this one.
Okay. Roll the deck. 5. Wait until he says roll. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that, in essence, is what makes CINEKYD tick. If indeed our parents our staff members, our volunteers are so dedicated, then we require that same dedication from our young people. We expect them to give it. On that note, we'd like to present now, hearing from that some. She's the lady on Baker Street who has the boarding house for Sherlock. Well, Socrates, the newsboy, brought to Mrs. Hudson young people who by Sister Thelma. Dr. Watson is amnesia. Sherlock Holmes continues in his search for those elusive 7 keys. But Socrates have decided to do what they help a little youngster who is in distress. If you remember, knew about Sister Thelma and her involvement with Professor Moriarty. And that child, as we know, has been thrown. Let's join.
We don't have much time, so listen carefully. You will be chosen to work for a lady of quality. You will go to work in the morning and return here each evening. You'll be paid me, and I'll take care of it for you. Teresa, go get the door. And if one of you so utters a word that you...
Mrs. Hudson,
Hello! And these are my dear darling...
How do you do? Hello, chaps. What a lovely place.
as you know from my correspondence, with my arthritis and a boarder coming back who's been quite ill, there's a bit too much work for my grandson Conrad and I. And
they're all hard workers. I'll count for that.
it's almost hard to choose. But my grandson's a very capable worker. I don't think I'll be needing any young men. I was thinking more along the lines of a young lady. As a matter of fact, I met one of your girls.
I believe it was the Green Rose. Yeah.
My heart's set on her. I believe her name was Darcy.
Darcy? Oh, well, she's indisposed right now, but any of the others are welcome.
As Conrad will tell you, and Socrates will affirm, it's my have to go elsewhere. Good day.
Oh, wait a minute. Go get Darcy.
A key?
Oh, you see, she's ill right now, and we wouldn't want any of the others to bother her. She's all right, though. Just precautionary measures. Thank you.
She looks sickly.
Oh, she'll be all right.
Well, I believe we'll begin the workday right now. Conrad, Socrates, as I said, it's my way or no way.
Oh, wait. Good day. Good day.
Good day. That wasn't very intelligent, sister.
Oh, how would I know she would choose her? Take her right away.
You could have said no.
Do you know what they offer for a day's work?
You know the good sister can't refuse a single quid.
Oh, shut up! Do you know what it takes to run one of these homes?
You may be right, sister. There may be no danger. We're busy hoarding our pennies. My friend and I are guarding our millions. You, Jason, come here, lad. Yes. You know what my friend can be like when he's angry, don't you, Jason? Oui. You'll do as I say. Follow them. Don't be seen. I want to know their exact whereabouts and what they are doing. Get going. As for you, sister, any danger should come from this little incident. Heaven help you.
Who knows whether Mrs. Hudson has been successful, whether hers indeed will help the intrepid detective, the Seven Keys. You be sure it's next week. And now, Turnsmere with another chapter from our exciting serialization of the ASTREKYND. Last week, Lord Griswold followed as in his clutches, little Prince returned the kingdom to her father. Chapter of ASTREKYND.
Cloak, Griswold, his followers and captives, moved closer to their destination, beyond the reach, it would seem, of their pursuers. They were now many miles from the castle of the king. Even though they had traversed on foot, they had made surprisingly good time. Aside from the wolf children, they had met virtually no resistance on their journey, and thus far had escaped the notice of the Star Child flying far above them. Had somehow made his way deep into the forest of Turnsmere. Unable to return to the castle without the prince, he had followed Geoffrey. Now fate had brought the two of them to forces, and continued following Lord Griswold together. Kesna and the secret era approached. It was at this moment that the young prince and the jester, as he watched, including his sister, roll back to the palace, while he himself raced to the cave. Best he could, Lowell retraced his steps, trying to return home. But the magic had created ground tremors, loosening the branches of a tree, and it crashed to the ground on top of the jester. When he awoke, Lowell had no idea how much time had passed. The tree was too heavy. He could not free himself. And then little choice but to trust the strange youth who had saved his life. He told the Star Child of the magic mountain, the secret entrance to the cave, and his young master. Return to our king, instructed the ASTREKYND. I will free his children. Of Kesna, the guardians of the mountain, and the valley maidens themselves. Mountain, planted valley, barren, desolate, a land that time its heir to the throne, for the guardians of the nor the paralyzing grass. And less concerned with how they than with the fact that now he held Montage, and they continued their journey through the mountain. The was unable to summon a magic made it and flew away. The Valley of Doom. Barren, desolate, rumbling. Edmund could no longer sit and wait. He knew of the danger. It is hard for an adult to difficult for a child. The Star Child had drawn on all his powers. He could not budge the entrance rocks. He tried hard to remember all that Rhea had told him when the amulet was placed worthy of the trust. White stood before the boy, who assumed this to be another of Griswold's illusions. Without a once, this figure, and then the Star Child noticed what he exactly like his little Astrakyn. When the two stars had collided millions of years before, other fragments and other animated and worn by other individuals, far from Earth.